So if any of those, if two of those teams win these games, they'll get the other two spots. If all three of them win, the spots will go to Purcell and to Thompson as they have the better. I believe they have the better LSD, and so Manuel needs to win this game and get some help from either Team Smith or Team Shoe.
Gotcha. So LSD, last shot draw.
Right.
We've been doing that throughout the weekend. Our volunteers have been taking the measurements and summing those up, so that will lead to the tiebreaker scenario. That's our only tiebreaker, really.
That's right. There's no extra draws. It would because in the next draw tonight we're into our quarterfinals and at 8:15.
So again, right into it here. We have a center guard put up by Team Smith. Then you had, I believe it's Ryan Abraham throwing the first 3 stones?
Yeah, Ryan Abraham's throwing the first 3 stones for Team Purcell. That's correct.
And he came a little deep. Greg, the lead for Team Smith is Carter Small, then came into the sort of back, or right on the pin there, and, top 12 foot, and Ryan then came to the pin. And the second for Team Smith, Zach Young, now slipping into the back of the 8 foot.
So lots of rocks in play.
Like top 4.
Team Purcell has the hammer, but it looks like Ryan, Luke is asking Ryan to freeze up to the one on the button. Just wants to take a little bit off this one and allow Scott Zachary to sweep that in for him.
It's a tough spot to be as the thrower as well, because you want to throw it pure, save your single sweeper, but not maybe how you're used to throwing. You're used to having the 2 there, being able to straight carve what you need. So tough to make the adjustment as a 3.
These guys at this level, though, I think they're all ready for an 8-in game and can go end to end.
Keep going. Hurt.
Nice shot.
Saw Scott Zachary there carving with the knife technique there. Did get it to freeze. Probably, 3/4 open, Hugh?
Yeah,
Maybe
it's a little over half. He can certainly make the double. Chance of jamming, but got to go for this, I think.
Yeah, I don't see much else. I mean, you could play it with maybe a quieter weight, get to the nose and stay maybe a little low, stay right there, but making the double is a good result as well.
10-5.
It's close. It's moving now. It's moving really close to the... And he just rubs his own rock. They were not on it right away, Alan, and it started to go, and it was too late. And so he rubs that red rock over. Now Team Smith can run that red back in, so that's a bit of a dangerous rock.
So Luke contemplating the straight draw, maybe top 4 foot, splitting the center line half buried, or he looked briefly at the hit and roll off that red to take away the angle slash.
Yeah, I think this is the right call. The hit and roll, if you knew you could make it, or they certainly know they can make it, but there's more chance.
You got to make it good.
You got to make it good, and there's a chance if you're a bit wide, you could drive it into the yellows. They've thrown this draw now 3 times, so they know the line and the weight. So
this is second Scott Zachary, co-owner of New Scotland Brewing. Fantastic brewery. Cut some taps here at the curling club, where admission is free all weekend.
That's right.
Come join us in person in about an hour. The Oyster Bar opens up. The free Oyster Bar.
Nice little shot there by Scott Zachary. No mistake. And so Greg Smith needs his team to clean this mess up. There's a lot of yellow in there already.
You really want to make this run back. Straight peel allows a guard for Purcell in their own color. So being able to run your own back here this is the only chance you get to make it.
And takes away both the center line guard and the rock, the red rock that was theirs, and now there's all yellow in there, and a whole lot of trouble for Team Smith. If Scott Zachary can put another tight card up there, he's going to have to do some damage control, Alan.
Yeah, I mean, you probably want this about a broom length outside of the rings.
Yeah, I think that's what he's calling.
Oh, even tighter. He's looking very,
tight's
very
not
tight
bad,
to the
yeah.
rings. Tough. You got to place this really well. If you go too tight, the run back's a little bit easier. But if you're a little bit higher, there might be some sort of chase tap to start to open things up.
A little heavy. Don't want to.
So this is Ryan Abraham on the sweep, just saying that it's a bit heavy out of the hand.
Line only. Top 12. Top 12.
This is a little deeper than they want. It's slowing down a little bit, but it's, as Ryan said, it is top 12.
Yeah, it does curl a little bit over the center line. Maybe just making that angle a little more difficult. You want to go with maybe straight nose. Nose is okay.
One of the results of the last shot, actually, on Team Smith is one of the Red Rocks stays on that right-hand side and kind of blocks off any draw that to the button that they may need later on. But
So this is the third for Team Smith. Chris Ford, processing plant technician for Vale.
on it right away. Yeah, it's better.
I agree with Greg.
Yeah, it gets
It
rid
is
of
better.
gets rid of one of the
Yeah.
yellows. Better angle now for Team Purcell, actually. I think
Goes back onto that red.
it goes back potentially on that red. So
That peel from earlier, the run back from earlier, is now that guard on the right-hand side of the sheet. Luke thinking about coming around it, but Scott's last here, third's last, looking for one more guard.
Just a hair left. Hair left. Line only.
weight should be good. Took a hair less. It should be.
Line only. We're a little tight. Really tight. Good shot.
Nice shot by Scott Zachary.
That's good.
That second one's exposed a little. He can. Greg Smith can see about half. Would you say, Al?
Thin half. About a thin half. If you hit everything you can see, that might make the triple.
Yeah, he could.
And this is going to be Greg Smith's first. Lists himself as a part-time Diet Pepsi aficionado.
Wow. Now that's a career.
That I don't know if I can get that job, but that sounds half decent.
Yeah. I think I might qualify as the same, to be honest.
There we go. This team out of the Remax Center at the St. John's Curling Club. Couple Briars for Greg?
Yeah, a couple at least. At least two.
At least two for Greg. And some of the team, I think Chris Ford has played with him for a number of years. They're at third.
I think Chris may have been there. I know Chris has been at the mixed nationals for sure. And the big backswing.
Greg loves the big backswing. Big weight here, looking to hit everything he can see.
Oh,
Very close.
actually hit more than.
I didn't think you could hit much
Yeah,
more than
yeah.
that. And still goes over the
Pretty
top.
good here, Luke. Yeah, right up.
Unfortunately, what this allows now is Luke Saunders throwing, normally the third, throwing last stones here to sink one fully buried. And then Greg's stuck throwing run backs. Well, not run backs. One chance at the run back.
So, question is, has Owen tuned in to listen to the broadcast? And I don't think his flight's until 6, so he's probably at the airport.
Hopefully he's through security at this point.
Hopefully through security.
Owen, I'm sure, is going to be paying for the Wi-Fi.
Yep.
Get the stream on the plane there for him.
Or he might be just having a sleep. Some rest.
Maybe. Where is Mix? Where's he going?
St. Catharines.
St. Catharines, Ontario. Lovely.
Close, Scott. Close here. Hard line. Line's good.
Looking for top 4 depth here.
Line's good. Line's good.
Yeah, top 4, top 8.
Looks a bit hot.
This one's really, really warm. He wants it to roll this a whole lot.
And so with that bounce off, we have 2 Yellowstones behind the tee line. Greg's looking at that double. You could straight freeze the pin here. Whatever you're feeling, I think, as the skip. Whatever you think you're going to make.
Yeah, I think he's trying to play the double.
I think we're going to be in for another big backswing here from Greg Smith.
Yeah, hopefully he doesn't let it go. Be coming through the glass here. Or directly behind him.
Yeah.
I make it with a half.
And number 2,
Just confirming where he needs to hit this stone. Big weight from Greg.
It's very close. No
Very
mistake
nice.
on that one.
Very nice from Greg Smith. Now sitting 2 without hammer. Luke Saunders is going to have to draw to the full 4 foot for his single.
39.
Team just a little, Team Purcell just a little deep on a few of the rocks, and Greg Smith made them pay.
Really had Greg on the run there.
He did.
Most
and,
of the end.
That corner, the center guard was just a little too narrow, and Luke was heavy on his first, and so Greg Smith made them pay. So
There you go.
drawing against a couple red here now.
Luke, the recent champion of the John Ross mixed doubles spiel here
That's
at the
right.
Halifax Curling Club 2 weeks ago with partner Marley.
Good. Wait only, Scott. Hard line a bit. Hard line.
And there you're seeing the mixed doubles experience. Pops up himself and is there to help Scott on the brush.
Wait only. Wait only.
Scott hasn't lifted his head yet. Great sweeping, great shot, and 1 point for Team Purcell. He'll take a 1-0 lead, and the hammer will go to Team Smith. And I think we'll take a commercial break and come back, and it'll be a 1-0 game. Smith with the hammer.
Nothing is as exquisite as the enchanting crimson and golden tapestry of fall. When revving your Subaru with symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. Fall for Subaru at your local Subaru dealer today.
Hello and welcome back here, end number 2 at the 1824 Stu Sells Halifax Classic. My name's Alan. I'm here with Hugh. We're bringing you Team Purcell, minus Purcell, against Greg Smith. After being forced in end 1, Ryan Abraham will lead us off here, an installation technician with Oak Hill Outdoor Landscaping, and Greg Smith will have the hammer.
So, Al, we looked like we had we're going to have a multiple score on the last one, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere comes a draw against 2. So, I think the teams will be back at it again, though. Give you a bit of an update on sheet 2, the blank end between McIsaac and Champ, and then Kendall Thompson takes a one in the first end to go up 1-0 over Team Shoe. So we have a center line guard, and Greg's asked his lead, Carter Small, to come around, the center guard.
Carter, an IT delivery manager for Deloitte. 14-2 there being the time between the hog to hog. Hugh, how they time the ice, how they figure out how the ice is playing, how they map the sheet.
Yeah, so we've been running around close to 15. Speed will pick up a little bit, I think, and
Back way, yeah.
So center guard was well placed by Ryan Abraham, and I think they're going for the straight chase here, maybe a space or a hack weight.
yeah, the Team Smiths didn't get that rock buried and pretty wide open. It should come hard now.
Scott Zachary head down here. Just by.
Just by. You got to keep on it, though. It's going to overcurl. And it overcurls and pops out on the other side.
And by not making direct contact, that overcurl, the red's not removed from play. So Greg Smith, opportunity to sit two and split the rings here.
Yeah.
Set up for their junior deuce.
Yeah, that one was down a little more than I think than what they called, and so it allowed that overcurl.
Just a final update here around the rings on sheet 1. It was a blank between McDougall and Manuel. Probably a bit of an overcurl there as well, Hugh.
Yeah.
And, grouping the reds here.
Yeah, groups of reds sets up a double potential for Ryan Abraham. And Luke's asking Ryan to make the double and to roll a little to the outside.
9-5, yeah.
9-5 being approximately a normal weight takeout here.
Yeah, pretty normal.
Hugh, we have about 65 people following us on the stream.
Great.
So thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. We really like the participation. So we'll try to do some trivia later. We want to hear where you're watching from. Let us know. And we hope that you, if you're unable to join us live here at the Curling Club, that you continue to watch and participate in the spiel through the stream.
That one overcurled a little bit from what they called, but got one of the red out and buried about half of it behind the center. And Greg has called for the top 4. He could come back and bump that yellow out and said 2, but you might see Luke just freeze up to it.
Just a 4.
He's calling a 4, which is just the top 12.
Some folks might say, oh, why not take it out and sit your 2 that way? I mean, obviously, this is light and a bit of a miss, but you don't need to remove it from play theoretically that early in the end.
Yeah, that one is that's a big miss because what that does, it's basically another center line guard, and they were calling 4, and it's more like a 2 to 3. And
yeah,
so
that's
now
a big miss there.
Yeah,
like, very light.
Luke's going to ask. I think it's Ryan still throwing. I think, or maybe it's Scott. It is Scott to come around and plunk one on the top 8, and fully bury would be nice.
We're very fortunate to have Gabby here with us behind, helping out with the production, keeping track of the stones. With the 3 members, it's going to be tough for us to figure out who's throwing from time to time.
Looking to this one to carve this over.
I do quite like that interaction. I don't want to, but I'd love you to.
Dandy shot by Scott Zachary buries it perfectly behind that center line guard and top 4 foot. Greg's going to have to clean this up. He's hoping to run it right back into the yellow, and you never know, you might get both.
Red into yellow. Double peel was on the table potentially as well, but electing for the run back here.
Needs to curl a little. Gets one of them. Just misses the second.
And rolls for a corner guard.
Well, yeah, it's a better, certainly better for Smith in that it takes that. And it only has one guard.
Conversation. Luke may be thinking a little bit more conservatively there. Hit the red, sit your 2 that way. Would allow Greg to draw around if he so chose, though. So Scott encouraging him to draw first.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's Conservative play is to take out that red, but Scott's quite right. What happens then is Greg just comes down and freezes or comes behind that center line guard himself.
Scott feeling like he just made this, maybe feeling confident in the draw weight.
This one's a little warmer.
We're like right back to it. Yeah, freeze it on it. Yeah, we are. Good, not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad, Scotty.
Tough to get rid of both yellows now.
Greg will look to
I don't see a benefit of feeling the guard. They're just going to go there. 12?
12 seconds, being maybe about a hack weight.
yeah, about a little around hack, and what that'll do is he'll sit on the button or just pretty close to the button and get rid of one of those yellow, and then Luke has some thinking to do.
Being frozen back button, back forefoot here with hammer. Good position. Still probably need some help from Luke to get the deuce set up, but a good position to be in nonetheless.
Straight.
This one's really taken off. Looks close, though.
Very nice.
Very nice shot.
We're very blessed to have the mics, the hot mics on, and Greg is a character in the game, a very positive figure. We love to have him here. He's been every year that we've hosted the event, potentially.
He has been here. He's been here every year. But let's go on to Scott. Scott's going to try to freeze up to that red one. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to. Doesn't want to be on there at an angle.
Can't bounce here. Can't bounce.
Wait's good. Wait's good.
Ryan Abraham, head down here now.
Not a bad shot.
Doesn't lock it on, but does sit top 4.
Thanks.
And Greg has some thinking to do here, but how do you start to think about a 2? Where do you get your second point?
Well, I think Greg's shot is.
So I think this is top 4 foot row. Bring it in. Top 8.
Hugh thinking that
Going to leave the freeze at the ends away. He has to make that play now, and you'll.
I was going to ask you that, and then Greg explained it for us.
There you go.
Take it.
We're into. This is the last of the third rocks.
Greg trying to keep it open while making Luke make a play. Make Luke make a good shot.
Does it take out that red? And it does.
Would have liked to hit that a little thinner and avoid the jam. Potentially brings the blank into play.
It certainly does.
But I think the broom is down here to put that guard back.
He wants to put a center line guard up.
Just as Luke gets ready for this shot, I want to remind folks that we are here, 948 South Bland Street, live curling all weekend, all evening. This draw, and then another draw at 8:30, I believe it is. Sorry, 8:15. One more draw. That's the quarterfinals, men's and women's quarterfinals. And so we hope you can join us in person. We're going to have live music starting at 8:30. We have an oyster bar, free oyster bar from 6 to 8 p.m. She Nova is the band that is playing. We have specials from Gahan and Colliding Tides, and admission is free. So please consider coming out. The atmosphere is fantastic. The music is great, and the curling is even better.
Easy if you can. Yeah, always curl, always curl. Her curl. 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 Curl, 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 curl. Curl. Nice. Good.
Very nice from Luke there. Just a tight center guard.
Nice, Luke. Really good. Yeah.
I don't like doing this. I don't like. But it's hard to miss, right? Then they're stealing, right? So.
Going hard, looking for a hair high. Oh.
Listening into Greg, trying to figure out how he gets his 2 here.
That phrase, so close and so far away.
Whole team coming down to contribute.
We can try to go here, but it's been a fuck out of it. Or back here.
So just looking at the playoff situation while they're discussing this, again, the best chances to make the playoffs are the 3 teams out there that are 2-1: Thompson, Purcell, and Manuel. And Manuel's going to have to win in order to get in. He, if it came down to last stone draw, and if he was at 2-2, he can't get in. If it came down to 2-2, the top 2 teams would be Purcell and Champ, actually, if Champ was to get to 2-2. But if Purcell and Thompson are in, they control their own destiny. They will make it. Anything else, it's up in the air. And
Quick turnaround for some of these teams. They're going to have that 8:15 draw as well, about an hour to get ready for it.
Yeah. So the way I'm looking at it, if Purcell, if Purcell wins, he's in, and Thompson wins, he's in. I'm not sure with Champ.
That was awesome.
Sometimes I don't think we actually need to say anything. We just listen to Greg.
That's right.
I do quite like this call. I don't think you need to do too much. You hit this top one, you roll into the rings, and you make Luke make something good on his last.
Yeah.
A medium pullback from Greg there. Backswing.
I don't think he's going to save his shooter. So I misspoke. If Purcell's in, if he wins, or if Thompson or Manuel lose, Purcell would be in as well.
Right, gotcha.
And they would have the best LSD for the 2-2 teams.
Gotcha.
So I'm not sure if the call is the tap back or.
I think that was the signal. Just
Yeah.
like nose tap to nose.
Yeah, nose tap to nose,
Yeah,
and
we need a little less.
I quite like that. Take some weight off. You play the big weight, you ever get it wrong, it's an easy 2. So I quite like that. You jam up the forefoot a little bit and make it really hard on Greg to find a second point.
so Scott Zachary is sweeping the Luke's stones, and Ryan, if you recall, prior to Luke joining the team, Ryan actually played third last year for Purcell and held the broom, so he's no stranger to the house. So
Luke and Scott just talking about the weight there, trying to confirm, make sure they get this close.
And
Playing.
as Ryan indicated, you're basically drawn to the right-hand side of the back forefoot. That's really what you're playing for. That's your weight. That's your line. So if he could draw to the back right side of the forefoot, that would be a perfect little bump to freeze.
Exactly.
Easy. Whoa.
It's got to curl a little.
Hasn't started to move yet.
Close. Curl.
It's really close.
Hard curl. Good. Nothing wrong with that. Real good.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that shot. Greg's going to have to draw to the
Edge of the button.
edge of the button. Pretty tough shot. It's there.
So we Scott on the sweep there, trying to get the knife, the carve over, makes that stone move really nicely. A couple of years ago at this event, I gave Scott a hard time for wearing a brown belt with black shoes.
Yeah.
He has since purchased a black belt.
Right.
And so we love that for Scott, looking very fashionable. Greg, unfortunately, currently wearing the brown belt with black shoes. So we might have to give Greg a hard time for that later today.
Fashion points are not going to go his way this time.
No, unfortunately for Greg, not the right belt. Maybe didn't get in the plane from Newfoundland there.
Yeah, lost in luggage.
Blame Air Canada, always a good.
They just got these new uniforms. In fact, I think I've heard they got them delivered here is where they picked them up.
Oh, unreal.
So the folks back home in Newfoundland haven't even seen them yet. So
they are very nice jerseys. I quite like them.
He's gonna have to take a turn.
It's close.
Actually, he's very close for a heck of a try.
That
Oh, he may have made it.
it looks like
Looks
yellow
like
to
he
me.
did. No, I think it's red.
You think it's red?
I'm gonna. Nope. I think it's yellow.
I think it's yellow.
I think it is yellow. It one heck of a try though.
That was.
It
for
made that
having-
little put the blinker on and turned left and almost made it.
outside even to the 12-foot. It looked
Yeah.
like it was out there, and it
Yeah.
really took a turn.
Yeah.
Didn't know or didn't catch.
Yeah.
This might break the stick on the measure.
Greg thinks it's yellow as well, and
This might be a courtesy measure.
that was one heck of a try.
Just like the hit and roll.
Gabby behind us, getting us a nice view, very clear,
view.
crisp
Very
view of
cool.
this.
Look at that. Of all the curling live stream, I don't know if there's anyone that does it better than this event, to be honest.
So that was just to the two.
I've never seen this before in any of the live streams that are out
This
there.
is very, very good.
And it's
Doesn't
yellow.
move the stick. That is very much yellow.
Yeah. Old man Avery still has the eyes. What?
So that's a single for Greg Smith. We are tied 1-1 after 2 ends of play.
Enjoy fall to the fullest with symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. Visit your local Subaru dealer today.
Team champ, I mentioned they curl out of the road, Canadian Curling Club. We asked teams what their key events are this season. So many of them were kind enough to say, yeah, this one, obviously. But
So we're back at it, playing the third end, and it's a tie ball game. We could basically have a 6-end game, Alan.
you go.
Those first two were just practice ones, and we'll 1-1 score. Give you some updates over on sheet 4. Team Shoe takes a deuce in the second end to go up 2-1 over Team Thompson. Team Thompson fighting to get into the playoffs. And on sheet 1, Team Manuel gets a deuce in second end to take a 2-0 lead. On sheet 2, Team Champ scores 1 in the second end. They take a 1-0 lead over Team McIsaac.
So we've had a little bit of engagement on the stream here. We're up to 84 people joining us. A lot of people loving the backswing.
Loving the backswing.
People love the backswing.
because of age
And someone asking who plays in the quarterfinals, depending on who wins. But I think we've covered that now, Hugh. I think we've got all the scenarios.
I think we've covered it. So
Yeah.
we'll do it again just so people know. Team Thompson, Team Purcell, if they win, they're in. Team Purcell has the top LSD, then Team Thompson, and then Team Manuel of the teams that are 2-1. If two of those teams lose and Team Champ wins, if either of the other team loses and one of them's Purcell gets in. He has the best LSD. And then the next best one, if two of those teams lose, it would be Team Champ. So that's if Manuel and Thompson were to lose, Team Champ would have a better LSD. So that's what it looks like. I'm sure there's some other things I'm missing, but I think that's how it looks. This one is running deep. I think this one might get through, and it does. So miss there by Team Smith, and
A little big.
Luke will try to take advantage of it and go behind the corner guard.
So Ryan Abraham here, looking to get probably top 4 foot depth. Don't want to be too deep. Scott liked it.
Here, like you'll see sometimes people play the freeze and try and
Wait only.
when it's behind the tee.
Wait
I've been
only.
noticing that a lot this week. I think the rocks are live enough. The ice is quick.
Wait only.
Houses are fairly active, so we're
Heart.
Here it comes, bending nice.
For weight.
those freezes spend much more.
And this is going to stop in the 12 foot and poke out maybe about a thin half the other side. So now Greg can ignore that and look to come top 4 behind his own guard.
Line's good. Just top 4 lines.
Turn it too quickly, Chris.
So this one's a little warm as well, Alan. They haven't touched, put a broom to it at all. And a little
Does-
piece pokes out on the other side.
Yeah.
That's nicely done.
Gonna take off that center line guard. No,
Keep it easy.
So I have a really important question.
he has a chance. He could take out this. I think he can take. Yeah, he can take off the center line guard, or he could play this bump weight and take out the shot stone and roll over, and that's the call.
So, but a hack weight. These down weight hits, very challenging with one sweeper. You got to
Yeah.
throw it really pure.
Are you sure it's free?
I don't know if he's by. He's not by, and just one of those ones you want to hit a little thicker.
So opportunity now. The center guard still there, just off center line now. You can probably get what, split center top 4.
Yeah, he's going to come around. You'll see Team Purcell will run that that center line back in and try to open it up.
You're out in the boons right now.
Out in the boons.
Never needs to curl. Never needs to curl. It's going to overcurl.
We went from in the boons to over curling
Overcurling
very fast.
Very quickly.
I don't
That's,
mind that spot though.
No, and it ends up pretty much close to where he wanted. I think
Maybe a
Scotty's
hair
going to
deep.
have Luke's going to ask Scotty to come back and run her into the Reds, and
Yeah, I love the run. Hair high.
Run back, hair high. Scott very capable of throwing the high hard one here.
Hair high.
a lot of weight on that.
Trying to keep this straight.
Oh, he gets one of them and opens it up.
Very nice. Rolls to a corner as well if they can ever bring it into play. Greg now looking at a run back of his own.
Greg's nervous now. He's recognizes it's tough to put up a center line guard that's perfect, and this could get messy quick. So he's going to try to get them to run that back in and try to do exactly what Scott did, but with the corner guards.
This is Chris Ford looking to make this run back for Greg and roll to a center if he makes it close.
Nice shot. Oh,
One
he almost
just
took out the
under.
red one as well. But
What a throw. And almost does get to the center line, too. The red is available,
The red is available,
for Scott to hit and roll under or hit and roll away.
Comes down to throw his last shot here in the third. This is all gearing up.
I don't mind the hit and roll away. I like that.
Yeah, I do as well.
Takes it away from that center line. So you ever hit it on the nose and Scott just, or not Scott, Greg just hits and rolls behind. I don't like the nose. I like the rolling away.
Yeah. You will be behind T-line, but maybe...
You'll be right around T-line, I think.
Depends on how far you roll.
The roll. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. If you hit on nose, you'll be right around T-line.
Yeah. This Ryan Abraham head down out of the hand.
Oh, he might get a little flop the other way.
Oh, wow. Oh, big overcurl.
Yeah.
Don't know if that was just tight out of the hand. Maybe a little down. Gives Greg the opportunity to come around his own guard here, side forefoot. As Chris winds up for this, I want to take the opportunity to remind folks we have a silent auction.
We do.
Number of great items up for sale on the silent auction. We have instruction from Team Christina Black.
Yeah.
About an hour of instruction there for $30. Tough to find coaching for that. That's a good price.
Yeah.
That's worth it. I might be bidding on that.
You probably should buy that.
You have to watch me throw on Wednesday, so I definitely should be bidding on that.
I should probably buy it as well. I'm too old to teach. I didn't learn anything, though.
Our Wednesday team should all go.
Yes.
Yeah.
A joint session.
Except Sora.
Yeah, Sora
throws really well.
Yeah.
The Gregs, you and me.
Yeah.
We're going for a team session with
Team
Christina.
session.
We also have this lovely duck here for sale. Lovely art piece. It's going to be over Scott's shoulder in a second. Current bid, I believe, is $45 for the duck, named Thelma, for all those interested. It is a bargain, all right? And we're taking live bids, all right?
You can't buy duck. You go to a restaurant, you can't get duck for $45. So
yeah,
It's
exactly.
a good.
All right? Well-constructed, good finish. It bobs. Duck?
You could take that to work with you and put it on your computer almost and make it like people think you're still online.
This would be a Teams call companion.
It could be.
Yeah. Yeah. So the duck is available. Bids accepted on HCC silent auction. You can find it on the homepage of the Halifax Curling Club website.
Meanwhile, there's a curling game going on. And,
curling.
Curling. I think Scott hit that one and stuck around. And
moving slowly towards a blank here.
Well, he wants to stick around. Otherwise, you'll see Luke try to come around that corner guard. And how close is that yellow one? It's not splittable, is it? No.
Maybe a 10 seconds down here. Little control weight, normal weight takeout.
Here we go. Rock coming back into the glass.
Medium backswing.
And medium backswing. Full extension. Looks pretty good from here, but Scott's in the way now, so I can't see.
Starting to move a bit. Does stick around.
That's a good stone.
Does get a little low, and it's edge on edge. Not an automatic throw here from Luke.
No.
Got to make it good. If he ever gets a hair low, it's a tough blank.
So with the red stones, Chris McCurdy, he's 18. He's still in the junior ranks. He's in high school, grade 12.
This is Luke Saunders, a tennis pro.
He is a tennis pro.
Very,
sure.
very athletic individual, Luke. I haven't found anything he's not good at. He's kind of a general athlete, can pretty much do anything.
His brother's a goaltender. I knew that. He played. He was a goaltender growing up.
Oh, there you go.
Zach.
Queen, whoa. Queen, whoa.
On and off here.
Queen, whoa. Queen. Nice. Oh boy.
Rolls rolls away, and that'll leave the yellow open, and should be blankable here.
So
he's got a stick. That was Luke's first.
Luke's mother, obviously one of the best curlers ever in the world. Do you know his dad? His dad has won some provincial titles as well. Did you know that?
I did actually not know that.
Scott Saunders is I think there's a banner here in this club that they won the Canadian. Did they win the Canadian mix? They certainly won the provincial mixed.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That would have been a good trivia
Scott
question.
Saunders, good curler.
Yeah, would have been a great trivia question. Luke's mom, the one, the only, Colleen Jones.
No, his dad was a very good curler as well.
Good genes. Runs in the family.
This one's, he has it. He might not save the shooter. And just rolls out. And so an easy blank for Luke.
Pick a spot that you want to see.
That's not a splittable rock. I asked that earlier. I didn't think it was. But
I was going to say this turn here. Like 10-5, 10.
just going to have a look and see what this this line does with 10-5.
Take the opportunity to get a little data on the
Learn
sheet.
a piece of the ice.
We've seen it come off the center line pretty hard. All tournament. All Bonspiel here. And so Luke's last, looking for control. Scott just keeping the broom down, making sure this doesn't do anything funky. And that will sail on through for the blank. So after 3 ends of play, Smith and Purcell tied at 1. Purcell will have hammer in end number 4 when we come back.
Nothing is as exquisite as the enchanting crimson and golden tapestry of fall. When revving your Subaru with symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. Fall for Subaru at your local Subaru dealer today.
So we're back at it, and sheet end number 4, tie game, 1-1. Team Purcell with the hammer, but without Purcell. Purcell's almost boarding time. What time is it now? 5:30. He's getting at that point where you're about to load. I guess you're leaving at 6. Yeah,
he's
probably
near the gate.
He's at
close
least
to
at the gate. Yeah. Being told there's no room for baggage. Can anybody
There's
check
never
their
any
bag?
carry-on, but he's probably got a checked bag with the broom.
Yep.
So he's probably got all
wouldn't
that.
want to take that carry-on. It'd be tough to fit that in overhead.
Yeah. People would get mad if you walked on with a broom bag.
I've seen some people try things like that, though.
Oh, man.
They want to get that to the center line, and they do. Nice shot.
I think it's that out turn. That one.
Found us an item.
So tonight, while we get going on this end, tonight is East Coast night at upstairs in the Halifax Curling Club, starting at 8:30. We're going to have some music. And Shinova, is it, I believe, who's playing?
Shinova playing Celtic tunes starting at 8:30. Bar specials all night. I've already been partaking in some of the bar specials. Gahan and Colliding Tides there for $6. And in 25 minutes, the Oyster Bar opens up.
Wow. So Shinova, and if you want to be Nova, you should be here. Is that a bad joke?
Oh,
is that
Hugh.
bad? Is that really
Oh,
bad? That's
Hugh.
probably really bad, isn't it?
Oh, my goodness. I love it, though.
Yeah. I thought you'd like it.
That's a good one.
So high corner guard. Those ones I've noticed easy to get around, so they would have liked that a little deeper. But now we have, Greg Smith will be wanting to come around. That yellow also takes away the draw to the button on the out-turn side.
16 is going to be a little light.
A little light.
But we'll find some blue paint. So it does sit in the rings, which is not ideal, but it's good enough for now.
I think you got to come around here. You can't really play the hit on it because you're too close to that center guard. You don't want to lose your rock.
I like that. Is that? Do you want it in? Top 12.
Okay, Hugh.
Yep.
We're going to test your curling
Oh,
knowledge.
golly. Can I cheat?
Well, we're going to ask the chat as well. So we're going to see what comes together. Earlier today, I asked in what year did Paul Fleming
Yeah.
go to the Canada
Right.
Games? In what year did Colleen Jones go to the Canada Games? That's the question. Give you a hint, it was in Brandon, Manitoba.
Oh, yeah, that's a real good hint. With me knowing all my Brandon history. So Paul's 87,
Yep.
79.
You are correct. The Canada Games in 1979 was in Brandon. Colleen was there and picked up a silver medal.
There you go.
Yeah. So there's your curling trivia. First question in the curling trivia there. Next time we're going to give the stream a little more time.
Oh, sorry.
All good.
Well,
all good.
You had asked me, and
No, I know.
so-
I was pretty direct there.
Yeah, you were very direct.
Next
Find
time-
find another question.
We're gonna find another
Yeah.
question here.
Make it a little tougher. That was pretty easy.
Apparently.
It's all you wear. Line's great.
So we're just talking about that 16, and that got into the top 12. So that's a 15-second draw. Really nice speed here.
Really good speed, yeah.
Yeah, keep going.
Just fantastic
Nice
conditions,
draw.
and that's a nice draw.
Yeah. Luke's going to open up this front. Yeah, I figured it had to be in the late 70s just because Colleen was pretty young when she won the title in 82, the Canadian title. So that would have been right about the right time to be in the Canada Games.
The stream commenting that you answered so quickly they didn't even have time to Google it.
There you go.
Faster than Google, Hugh.
Faster than Google.
You're
You just have
faster
to
than
nickname me Google.
There we go.
Yeah. Really close here.
Chance to get all three moving.
Oh,
Ooh.
but still dandy shot.
Very nice.
Robbed a little bit. He deserved to get all those out of there. Threw that really
Absolutely.
well. Ryan's a really pure, clean thrower.
Really nice slide. Really nice delivery.
They didn't like the stagger on the front guard either. So, obviously, there's only
So Greg looking to, probably got 2/3 of this
This
yellow.
is a tough shot.
It's not. It doesn't look great probably from that right hand
No.
hack.
It looks a lot easier from this end. I'd probably be able to hit it from this end if I was to throw from this hack.
If I
But,
threw from this hack, I got it no
exactly.
problem.
Well, I don't know about that, but be closer than normal. I just heard from our one of our Gregs on our team. He said he doesn't need any practice.
Which Greg?
Greg Doyle
Uh-oh.
doesn't. I don't need any instruction.
I don't
I
know.
think all the votes are in, and it was a 4-1 vote, Greg. That in fact you do.
It's a team building experience,
Yeah.
Greg. It's not for him to practice. It's a team building
You can
experience.
even ask Malin, who just started this year. She'd agree with us. Is he by? He's by.
We'll get low side.
Wow.
Does remove the yellow from play. Probably leaves a double back though.
It sets up the double, but really good throw.
Very good throw.
That's a lot more difficult than people think. I've seen a few people try that same shot this week a fair bit and often have wrecked on the guard, so good throw.
There's been a lot of movement, especially throughout the sheet, but especially wider. And some teams have got a little fooled by it. And so, the conditions have been great. Adam McCarahan here behind me, and the whole ice making crew doing a great job all week, just keeping the sheets playing fantastic. And I know the curlers appreciate it.
And a dandy double from Scott Zachary.
Looked like a good throw.
So update over in sheet 4. Allen team Kendall Thompson takes a single in the 3 to tie the game 2-2. They're playing the 4th end. Lots of rocks in play over there. I think there's about 7 or 8 of them in the rings, which means there'll probably be a score of 1.
Sounds about right. This one's moving early.
Really moving hard. Well, you got a nose hit. A little off nose the other side.
Opportunity, though, for Luke to get under.
Yeah. Again, that's such a high guard. Really pretty difficult to bury it.
Broken off into the specialty yet, so maybe next year we'll get to find out what that is.
Yeah. What's time? 10.5? Okay.
Okay, so this trivia question, also Colleen Jones related.
Okay.
We're going to let the chat.
Yeah, we'll let them know.
We'll let the chat have a second here.
Okay.
In what city did Colleen Jones pick up her first Scotties title?
Where's my buzzer?
We'll have
Can
to
I
the
press
end.
this?
Well, don't hit the mute button.
Oh, okay.
So we'll give the chat a second to chime in with a question here. We'll give them maybe to the beginning of the next end. In what city did Colleen Jones pick up her first Scotties title? Think you know it?
No, well, I thought I did, but now I'm thinking something else.
Okay. Lounge? What's the lounge thinking? Do we have any ideas? In what city did Colleen Jones pick up her first Scotties title? We have some answers in the lounge. We'll let you know if you're right or not.
Yes! Well, your nose
So on the nose, Luke can still get under here if he wants.
I have the next trivia question after this one for you, because
Ooh.
for those folks who don't know, Alan's not originally from Nova Scotia. He joined us from the other ocean over in BC, and
True.
I want to see if he's earned his Nova Scotia stripes as a Nova Scotia curler after the next question.
Oh no.
Any Nova Scotia curler, anyone who calls himself a Nova Scotia curler will know this answer. But
Burgess. Am I right?
no, not in this one.
Okay. I thought that was a pretty good guess, though.
Good looking shot here.
Look at that.
Nice shot by Scott Zachary.
I think that is dead buried. Now, the guard is high, so you might be able to chase.
That's still a really good shot.
It's so buried, and even though that guard is high, Greg's considering the run back. Chris and Greg just walking us through the thought process there, starting with the run back, but thinking, you know what, there's enough curl in this ice, especially off the center line. Guard's high enough that you can chase maybe a hack weight here and dig it out from underneath this guard. So we're in Skip Stones here, and number 4, 1824, Stu Sells Halifax Classic. Saturday night, draw number 15 of 18. Last, I guess, pre-playoff draw. Playoffs start today at 8:15. Quarterfinals for the men's and the women's draws. Head down. This is coming off the center line early.
He's close. That's enough. That's enough.
Not quite. We'll just leave the yellow edge of the 12-foot. So do you split, or do you bury a second one? Or bury one. I guess that one's not buried anymore.
I think you come over to the other side.
Well, if we just go like.
And then does Greg ever risk drawing himself?
That would be good.
He's just rolling. I'm just trying to think of where the hardest roll would be.
You like that?
You're just thinking draw to hit.
Okay.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yep.
I was thinking maybe we just come here.
As we wait for Luke and Ryan and Scott to make this call, I just want to remind folks that we are still going tomorrow morning. We've got the semifinals and the finals on for $25, Hugh. Get yourself a ticket to the semifinal brunch. You get breakfast. Your choice of Your choice of Hungry Man plate, scrambled eggs, bacon sausage, vegetable hash browns, waffles with bacon, and fresh blueberry syrup. Potentially courtesy of the executive director of Wild Blueberry Producers of Nova Scotia, Peter Burgess.
Oh, well.
Or a breakfast burrito, as well as 2 drinks. Mimosas or
drinks.
Caesars.
Wow.
Mimosas or Caesars, yeah.
Wow, good.
Yeah, no, for $25 in this economy, that's a pretty good deal.
Not too shabby.
No, we do know how to put on a good deal here at the Halifax
And then you
Curling
can watch
Club.
some curling, too.
And oh, yeah, right, curling.
And there's curling going on.
Oh, man.
Much like here.
What? Kind of forgot.
So Luke looking to draw into the rings. Set up a deuce.
Is playing the normal draw path here.
Hey, 3 for T. Line's good.
Just looking for T-line.
Line's
Wants to
good.
be at least T-line.
This top 4, Scott, looks heavy.
Don't want to be deep.
14-6.
No. I don't think you'd ever see Greg play a freeze at all.
But if it's
You just
deep
don't
enough,
want
do
to
you
set
want
up
to play
a
the double?
Nah.
Not that way.
No,
No.
not that
No.
way now. No,
No.
he's just going to play his hit. He'll try to maybe roll. Big roll. Make
I do
it
like
difficult.
the big roll, yeah.
Yeah. I was wrong on your trivia question. I just looked because I was looking for something else, and I will say I thought it was Charlottetown because I knew she was in a final in Charlottetown, and she was, but she did not win that.
No.
That'll be another question of who she lost to in Charlottetown.
Ooh, but she did win one in Charlottetown. Just not that year. She played in Charlottetown twice.
Okay, well, it wasn't the first one though.
No, first one was 84. That was
No,
a silver.
82. 82 was her first.
The first win.
Was 82.
First Charlottetown was 84.
Right, but she was in the finals in that.
Yes. Came second in 84.
Well, you can't look at the champions because I'm going to ask you a question.
Oh,
Don't look.
that's
at
where
the
I'm getting my.
Yeah, just stop looking.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Heck of a shot here.
Very nice. Oh. We do like the live mics because you get the passion.
You get the passion.
You get the immediate responses.
And you heard him say darn. So this is no gimme, though.
No, around that corner guard. I mean, it is high, but it's in a good spot.
Yeah, exactly. You can pick your turn, like whatever turn you're seeing. Just on cat. We've seen both.
It's just like this is probably like
Everybody else
taking away the guard.
I think that's good. I like that. I like the look of it. Kind of like just like right here, eh? Right here, wait. How's that look, Luce?
Throwing just enough to get that red out of the rings.
Can't imagine why at 20 years of age.
I really like the conversations this team has. Like they talk it through really well, very clear. Everyone's on the same page. When you go into the hack, you know exactly what you're throwing, how you're going to make it.
Hit and stay. Trying to find a way into
So just playing that back, probably about an 11. 11 and a half sort of weight. It's a tough one to look at when you're throwing that kind of weight, right? But you got to just recognize that
well done. Surprising after all that.
It will curl that much.
it will curl.
It's on the board.
I think that's what he's looking at right now.
Yeah, he
this
doesn't
looks
feel
bad.
He doesn't feel comfortable.
No.
You got to trust it though.
And trust that Scott's going to hold it straight around the guard, and then he'll carve it when he's ready. Fourth end, Luke Saunders, hammer, looking for 2.
Clean.
If anything, he was a little tight.
Straight.
Came off the center line early.
Hard.
Yeah, he was a little tight when he let it go.
Whoa. Hey, whoa. Clean. Clean. Curl. Hard curl. Attaboy.
And a heck of it. Does it hang on? Oh, and it spins back.
Oh, the big spin back. What a shot.
What a shot by Luke Saunders. Gets his deuce to take a 3-1 lead after 4 ends of play.
You know, that.
Hey, curling fans, I'm standing here in front of Sheet Stew here at the High Park Club, and I just want to let you know that I'm so excited to sponsor the sport of curling, to help curling out. So you can go to stewcurls.com, see all my events, see the Stew Sell series, but you know what? I also sell real estate as well. So you need to buy a house, list a house, condo, rental, business. Look, give me Stu a call.
Enjoy fall to the fullest with symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. Visit your local Subaru dealer today.
So we're back at it. It is we're going to start the second half of the game, and heck of a shot by Luke Saunders to pick up his deuce to take a 3-1 lead going into the fifth end. And plan is to bring this one into the rings, anticipating Greg Smith will want to put up a corner guard. So.
Maybe there. Just play the weight. Line's good. Play the weight.
Update over in sheet 2. McIsaac takes a deuce in the fourth end to go up 2-1. Champ's looking to win that game. He has an outside chance to make the playoffs. And then Team Shu takes a single in 4 to go up 3-2 over Team Thompson. Trying to knock them out. Thompson needs a win to get in.
Line's okay.
No, it's always that.
Even if you're 2.5.
Some of them listen.
Hard, Zach.
It's hard. It's really
Hard,
like
Zach.
it's a practice.
Okay, so Hugh,
Yeah.
I think you have a trivia question for me, but we're going to finish mine up
Yep.
first.
Finish yours.
So, what year and where? Colleen Jones, first Scotties championship.
Did you look online to see what people are saying?
We do have a couple answers in the chat,
Yeah.
and
Are they right?
let's just see if there's any more. Double check. There was one that was correct for sure. Yeah, the one answer is correct.
Okay.
So what do you think?
Well, I've looked, so I know that the answer is 1982 in Regina.
Yes, 1982 in Regina. Correct. Right here from the lounge as well. And Angela on the stream, thank you for the answer. Here as Ryan Abraham curls just into the 12-foot over the center line. Nice stone here after the 2. Doesn't have to do too much. Make Greg go get his 2, right? Like, you're not trying to do too much here. And so now we have Carter Small.
I'm going to come around. So now, Al, no cheating.
Okay,
and
no cheating.
If you've looked ahead at the winners, then that's not good. But
Okay.
So Colleen Jones wins Nova Scotia's first Scotties in 1982.
Okay.
How long before Nova Scotia won another Scotties?
Ooh. Is it Colleen or is it someone else?
That's not my question. That could be my next question. But my
Oh.
question is, what was the next year Nova Scotia won another Scotties? And it can be Team Canada, too, if you want to know that.
I'm trying to look at the banners here.
That felt real good, Scott.
I don't know what happened on sheet 1, but there was a whole lot of sunshine and a lot of yellow rocks, and Red was shooting last, and after that shot was over, there was still a lot of yellow rocks.
That's McDougall versus Manuel.
Manuel took, I think, stole like a 4 or 5, I think. And they're shaking hands. That game is over, actually.
So
After
Manuel
4
doing
ends, I
Manuel
think.
doing what he needs to do.
Manuel is looking for a loss from either Purcell or Shu, and he'll be in. Yeah, I think he was a steal of 4 or 5. I think it ended a 7-0 game.
So looking at those results, sheet 2, McIsaac up 2-1 on Champ after 4 ends of play. They're playing in 5. And then Kendall Thompson with the hammer playing in end number 5. It's Shu up 3-2 over Thompson. So I'm going to say Oh wait, I have some friends from BC.
No, you can't be. You can't. You no help. You're calling yourself a Nova Scotia curler. You're not. You're not.
I'm not a Nova Scotia curler.
How long?
I'm from away.
How long did Nova Scotia have to wait to win their next Scotties title?
So we're not counting Team Canada?
You can if you want.
If I want.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't, but
Because Colleen goes back to back, no?
Colleen goes back to back, and
82, 83.
she doesn't go back to back in 82, 83. She goes back to back in she wins in 1999.
Well, she goes 4 in a row.
And then she loses, and then she wins, I think, 01, 02, 03, I think.
That sounds right.
Something like that.
How long does Nova Scotia wait?
Yeah. Wait
to win
for its
another?
next win.
I can't say I know the answer to this. Because Colleen's next one, we just were saying, is 99 in Charlottetown.
Yeah.
So is there one before that?
How long did they have to wait?
Well, okay, if Charlottetown's the next one, I'm going to say 17 years.
They waited till the next year when Nova Scotia won back-to-back, but it was not Colleen. So who was it?
It was not Colleen?
No. One of the nicest ladies you'd ever meet in the sport of curling.
Hey, Scotty.
Well, everyone from Nova Scotia's nice. Who would have done it in 83? That wasn't on Colleen's team. They were all Team Canada. No, they wouldn't have had a Team
they
Canada.
didn't have Team Canada.
They wouldn't have Team
That
Canada.
wasn't introduced until much later.
Right, so they beat Colleen to get out of Nova Scotia.
Pretty impressive.
That is pretty impressive. Teresa's still Ontario.
In fact, Nova Scotia was 82, 83, 84 in the finals, 3 years in a row.
84 was Colleen.
Yeah.
We already talked about this.
That's right.
First Charlottetown, silver medal.
Oh, does he flash this? He flashes.
Double flash.
Wow.
Oof.
That is a big miss.
That's something he was used to seeing, but that's on a Wednesday night for
Wednesday
me.
night, yeah. Wow.
We get Peel, but
This is an interesting call. Are they going to mess it up? I think it's time for a team chit chat.
Without hammer, you're sitting to peel the corner, roll to a center.
Listen, I think when you got to take advantage of your opportunities, and there's an opportunity.
Sit
Come
top
in
8
and
foot.
sit in top 8, or
Yeah.
you could peel it.
it's not really easy to miss that one and get a stop.
Right.
Yeah, that's
He made
fair.
to touch this on the way by.
Yeah, you had a really good situation. So
Freeze the face is really good.
freeze is really good.
Always be playing that.
So I suspect you're not going to get it unless you know.
Okay.
A lady
so
by the name of Penny LaRock.
Oh! My goodness. Okay. Would not have gotten that. No.
Yeah, Penny, one of the finest curlers out of Nova Scotia, and just a wonderfully nice lady.
Out of this club?
I don't think it was this club. I think it was. I'm not sure what club it was. It CFB?
Oh, goodness.
I know she won some mixed out of CFB, but I can't remember.
Right over there.
I'll have to look. So this is a draw in.
Back four.
Back four's a little heavy here.
Back four is too heavy. Yeah.
Want to go straight around then.
Straight around now.
Getting good.
Don't want to bump that, but they won't be happy with that.
No. Can you play the nose now? If you're Greg here, I don't. Straight run back or even out turn peel and pick the one off the side of the 8 foot, roll the shooter away, open up the center.
CFB Halifax. That's
Ooh,
where
that
she
a
was.
CFB? Okay. Okay. Low side this. Oh, really close.
Oh,
Nice.
a heck of a try.
Almost made the double there. Run double. Leaves a redstone out front. Gives Scott the opportunity to make this better.
Do you come the other way?
Don't hate that. Now that it's 2 reds, I don't hate double peel.
Yeah, your weight was so close. Just a hair less, like nothing major.
Just take a little bit off this one, and not too much.
No, Scott will make the adjustment here.
Weight's real nice. Weight's good. Top 4. Top 4. Top 4. Top 4. No, it's heavy. It's a little heavy.
Very similar shot.
Almost exactly the same shot. And Greg will be looking for exactly the same shot.
Yeah. Those yellows are closer together. Probably a touch easier to make it this time.
Yeah. But still a run back.
Yep. This time it's Chris Ford. Has to come up a bit.
It's coming. It's really close.
Well, gets it off the button.
Gets it off the button, yeah.
So Luke now looking to draw top 4, top button.
He wants to be top 4 at least because if he puts it there, he wants to be so that if Greg comes down and freezes to that back one, he's still going to be shot. Looks like a lot of ice, but
Scott's did come late, and he threw max both times.
yeah.
So Kendall Thompson picking up a 2 and 5.
Yeah, I saw that. 4-3 lead now.
Now up 4-3.
Wait, only top 4. Curl. Yep, curl. Curl and go. Curl and go. Hard, Scotty. Hard, Scotty. Drag it. Yep. Never off.
Really great shot. Great sweep by Scott Zachary.
Yeah, very good team shot. All 3 engaged in that.
Yeah, Team Manual is cheering for Newfoundland right now. Either Team Smith or Team Shoe.
Yeah.
One of them's got to knock those guys off for Manual to make the playoffs. They did what they could do.
They did pick up their win. Looking like a blank end is coming up for Shoe and Thompson. We'll keep you updated on what's going on sheet 4 as much as we can. Greg and Chris debating how much weight to throw at this to remove. Well, I don't think you have to remove the yellow. You just want to get it back 8 foot and then roll in front of those yellows, or the yellow that's back 4, right by Chris's broom there. Like a space weight with 13.
Yeah, 13. What would that be? Like about close to hack?
Close to, but not quite.
I'd say it's hack.
With the way that it's playing, potentially, full
Yeah, I
hack?
think it's hack.
12-5 is definitely hack.
Oh, 13. Sorry, you're right. Never mind. No, I'm just.
13 would be like
I'm
2
thinking-
feet in front of the hack.
I'm thinking time, 13 in the space.
This is looking real good. Got to
It's
sit
looking
down,
really
though.
good. Does it go through the hole? Oh, robbed.
That was well thrown.
He was robbed on that one.
Yeah, that was well thrown and just a little too thin. 11-7, that's where you get the roll from. Just a bit too much.
Yeah.
Greg,
Greg with his commentary.
yeah, no, he'll tell us exactly what he's thinking. Tough week for Greg. I think they're 0-3 this weekend.
Yeah.
But,
very-
and I'll ask if you remember this, not the toughest week at the Stu Cells Halifax for Team Greg Smith. 2019. They started 0-2 after a snowstorm.
Right, he couldn't get here.
Couldn't get here. Rolled up Friday night 0-2, hadn't played a game yet.
Yes, I know one of the teams that played him, or didn't play him. Sort of.
Matt Manuel?
No, Power.
Oh.
And a nice shot there by...
Same throw.
Same throw. He wants an 11-7.
Well, maybe he's opening up the broom a bit here. Maybe throw that 12-5.
Yeah, I think Luke would like to have that a little, not curl as much as that.
Yeah.
You can see a bit.
You could almost throw 14. Just back 12. Move. Like, you don't have to throw too much here.
You could also draw.
Could draw.
Tough draw, though.
Precise.
He almost made one coming in two.
This one's out there.
farther. Is he by
Full car side.
Is he by the guard? He's by the guard.
Starting to warp now. There it goes.
Really curling hard now. Does he get a thin double?
And he does make the thin double.
Thin double.
Just how Greg drew it up. Greg dialed in here.
That was...
No swears. I think that was a thank God.
So we'll have a 4-3 or 3-2 game. We'll come back after a short break with a commercial, and we'll play the sixth end.
Nothing is as exquisite as the enchanting crimson and golden tapestry of fall. When revving your Subaru with symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. Fall for Subaru at your local Subaru dealer today.
Here we are, end number 6. We have Purcell, minus Purcell, and Greg Smith. Greg Smith just picking up a single with a very nicely played thin double. Called and made. Not called and still made, though. Just made. He'll take the single however he can get it. It'll be Purcell with hammer. Owen on a plane right now. Actually, the plane should have taken off. It was a 6:05 flight, my understanding, to St. Catharines. Should be on the plane right now. Hopefully has the Wi-Fi so he can keep the stream on. Watch the rest of his team here. That does look like it just finds the center line. And that'll be... Now, Luke looking to ignore that and just come straight into the rings. Being up 1 with hammer, just keep this simple. Play a blank, get your 2 however you can. Greg will look to play 2 center guards and find his steal here. This is going to go right to the tee line. Very nice. and Greg broomed down for a second center guard.
Well, they managed it well, whatever the release was. I didn't notice anything. They worked it out. So, tie game, 2 apiece.
So here we go. Lead, Carter Small, IT delivery manager for Deloitte, looking to put up a second center guard here. It's Chris Ford and Zach Young on the brush. Greg Smith calling the game. That's a second very lovely shot. Setting up nice for the for the steal here. Luke Saunders had Ryan Abraham come to the side of the 12-foot on his first, and will now ask Ryan to come around the 2 centers, top 4-foot.
I got a message from Greg Doyle on our team. He shouldn't call himself a Nova Scotia curler either. He picked 1999 in Charlottetown as well. He didn't know. He forgot about Penny as well.
Well, then I feel better about myself.
You should.
Greg Doyle, president of the curling club. You'd expect him to know more than that.
He is the president of our curling club. Should hang
Last
his head.
rock thrower on Thursday night or Wednesday night.
Yeah. Nice shot by Ryan Abraham coming around those 2 center guards.
Top 4-foot. That's if you could pick up the stone and place it, that's where you'd want
That's a pretty
it.
good spot.
I want to take a second here and just thank all the volunteers that have helped out this weekend. Housekeeping, driving, bartending, a little bit of everything to make this event possible. So there's a lot of volunteer hours, and we really want to say thank you.
Special shout out to Phil Kroll, who led the team this year. So kudos to him, and of course our staff of Mandy and Kelly and Adam, who go above and beyond to put this event on, and we'd be lost without them on it. They're sort of get everything done.
You and I get to have fun.
Yeah.
We get to be on the mic, enjoy ourselves, but those people are putting in a lot of hours to make this happen, and the split isn't terrible there. Like, you're getting another one on, straight peel. I
think not quite what he wanted. They're trying to steal, and so I think Luke will just open this up, and
so everything else kind of jams.
That's right. You want to keep the lead, score on this even end, and you can score. You're going to have at least a 2-point lead, so important to score.
Blank's fine. You're okay if you keep hammer.
Well, I think they'd want to. I think they want to score on this end.
Keep hammer in the even ends.
Yeah, keep hammer in the even ends. You get a 2-point lead. Greg's going to have to try to come back, and even if they give up a deuce to Greg in 7, they'll have hammer coming home, and that's control of the game.
Yeah.
So score on the evens.
So electing to play. Oh, maybe change their mind here.
I think this makes more sense because then he has the double. I think that this is much better. My opinion.
Well, Greg, you're the skip. It's your opinion that matters.
Your opinion is important.
Greg, known for sharing his opinion. Looked like Shu picked up a single in 6.
Tie that game up.
Tie 4-4. Thompson with hammer in 7.
It's coming over now.
Curl. Curl. You got your call, Chris.
Greg, worried about giving Scott Zachary a double, has given Scott Zachary the opportunity to play a double.
Well, I think he was going to play the other double that was going to be there all day long anyhow, the front ones.
Get rid of those ones is a nice call. Keep the front open.
Keep that front open, I think, is what's more important right now. And
well, what?
You'll have a fair bit of weight with this one. But
thin half?
Thick half, I think
thick
he
half?
said.
About a half.
Nice shot.
Very nice. Well, do you hit as thick as you can and roll in front? That's not terrible either. Little less risky playing this one. No risk of a jam. Speaking of our team,
Yeah.
Greg Doyle engaged. Sora's been around helping with the ice. Where's Greg Power? What's he doing?
Sleeping.
Oh, my goodness.
Sleeping. I know he's watched online a few games.
Okay. Well,
'Cause
at least he's watching.
He's passed a few messages on about certain calls he didn't like.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Greg, we want to see you. We want to hear from you, Greg. At least I haven't heard from you. Maybe you've been talking to Hugh. I want to hear from you.
Does he have the double playing off his own yellow?
It's there.
Pretty tough, actually.
You
No,
might
it's
roll
not.
the.
Yeah, probably not.
You probably
not.
go across the face. If you're making it thin enough to make it, the yellow goes out this side, doesn't it?
How's nose? Is nose good or?
Nose is good, yeah. I was just wondering if I want to leave the two on center line, but I'm happy with it there. Yep. You're good. Yep, take it. Nose is great, roll, you can
Yeah, just want to hit it. Stick around. Nose is fine. Little roll's fine.
I really, the more I listen to this team, the more I just love the way they communicate. All positive, very clear. Everyone understands what's happening at all times.
You know, if you like the way they communicate, there is in our silent auction a session from Team Purcell as well that you could bid on.
Okay, you know what? Our team might not need throwing lessons, but we definitely need communication lessons.
We communicate a little too well, I think.
We communicate a lot.
It's nothing to do about curling either.
No, absolutely not.
So if he makes this one, then that shot, that double that I was looking at, might be a little easier.
It would be 2 stones higher.
Yeah.
I think it would be. It would be definitely there.
Chris Ford's got a hit and stick.
You almost.
So,
Not sitting 2. Can you nose this and sit 2, or do you have to roll a bit?
I think you got to roll a bit, and I think what he's looking at is like just off nose and enough to roll over, push the yellow over to the side.
Scott's last here.
10-5.
Really nice. Very,
Nice
very
shot.
nice.
Good throws by Scott Zachary on this end.
You can make the double.
Yeah.
Peel up. Not just peel.
Don't be standing behind that hack down there. That rock
Don't be
would come
sta-
up-
I don't know if you
that
want to be
rock
standing.
would come up and take your teeth right out of you.
Well, the rock that he's hitting might come back through the glass here,
Yeah.
too. I don't think Greg's having anything come back
that
here.
old backlift.
Maybe an inch left.
For a relatively tame end, I mean, the 2's there for Purcell. 6'5". Just a 6'5".
Just a 6'5"?
Just a 6'5". Right out of the hand.
I thought that's what might happen. Just roll up and out.
I think that was the easier way to make it.
Yeah.
He wanted to hit the other stone first and try to
Yeah.
plant it there.
Yeah.
Now that there's only one red in play, Hugh, I don't think they ever take one. I think you
No.
still play the blank.
Yeah, I think you're playing the blank. I think.
But if they're in Halifax and they're thinking about coming down for the night, it is free.
So if you're Luke, you're thinking blank, deuce, force. And if you're Greg, you're thinking blank, force, deuce.
I think Greg's thinking blank force 3 to win the
I
game.
mean, that's better. This Purcell team hasn't missed a ton. Getting a 2 going to be hard. Getting a 3 very hard.
But we've seen lots of them this week. Good shot by Luke Saunders.
Probably.
Greg is looking for his third, or looking for somebody.
Greg's looking through the glass here. Greg's playing. Greg's out there.
Want me to hold it for you? Yeah, well.
There he comes.
Is he? He could just have thrown it.
No, I don't think you. I think you have to have somebody in the rings.
Do you?
I believe you do.
Oh, that's fun.
Yep. And Sam is agreeing with me. He'd know the rules. It's you have to have somebody there.
Okay, interesting. I've often told my leads, or as a lead,
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, I don't need the skip to hold this for a center guard. I'm just going to throw it."
Yeah,
In a Bonspiel, it's for the fun of it.
probably night
This
curling.
event-
I don't think too
No.
many people worry about it, but
No.
you do.
Okay, interesting.
They know that Kaylin's still going to play in.
This one's got a curl bit.
Well, then we'll have that same short run on our own.
Waiting for the broom and makes it good. Luke now looking for the blank.
So, again, East Coast party night tonight here at the Halifax Curling Club, 948 South Bland Street. Shinova playing some Celtic music. Come down now. You can get some oysters.
Yeah, has anyone been up for the oysters? Anyone? We've heard the oysters are good.
I heard the oysters are
We've
good.
heard the oysters
I
are good.
certainly can smell the fish chowder they have upstairs. So
The chowder was good.
chowder was good.
I had chowder for lunch. It was amazing.
My first bowl tasted like another, so I had one.
There we go. What are you thinking, Hugh? He's got it?
I
Is this
think,
by?
He got it.
Good enough.
Good enough for a blank in. We'll go into the 7th in with a 3-2 lead over Team Purcell, leading Team Smith. With Team Purcell will keep the hammer. We'll be right back after a quick message.
Enjoy fall to the fullest with symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. Visit your local Subaru dealer today.
Hello, welcome back.
They don't give us a whole lot of time in these
Well,
quick messages. I thought
that's
they at
Steel
least
Subaru.
30
Okay.
seconds. I think they're like about 3 seconds
This-
long, those commercials.
The Steel Subaru ones short, but the one featuring Rob Beliveau drags on.
Yeah, can we play a Rob message?
We need Rob, because
Yeah.
that's like 45 seconds of him just looking out over the harbor.
Yeah. Controlling.
Rob and Selena over there on sheet 2.
Are we the one? Hey, gotta curl then if you're the one.
Looking around the rings here. Still playing in 6 on sheet 2. It's still deadlocked 2-2. McIsaac and Champ. Deadlocked 4-4. Playing in 7 on sheet 4 between Kendall Thompson and Team Shu, which Matt Manuel's probably upstairs keenly watching sheet 4 there.
Yeah. Well, he's keenly watching this sheet and sheet 4 and hoping
That's
for
true.
one of the Newfoundland teams to come through for a win and get him into the playoffs.
Looking for the buys.
Yeah. Sheet 2, I'm not sure if anybody's watching that one, but Team Champ throwing yellow stones and a whole lot of sunshine in those rings right now, and McIsaac's in a bit of trouble.
Well, if you're not watching sheet 2, you should check in because we got some great curling socks on Team McIsaac.
Yeah.
The kids know how to dress, and the nice purple fade, and Noah Gray, I believe it's Noah Gray, is wearing a fantastic purple belt that matches the jerseys.
Oh,
so very good fashion choices over there on sheet 2.
Could be leading contender for the fashion award for this draw.
Yeah. Greg could take some advice from Team McIsaac there.
So Smith with the center line guard, and Purcell comes around, and Smith's looking to freeze up to it or put another center line guard, I guess. Yeah, tight guard. Two great center line guards.
So last end you saw Luke go to the wings first, then come around the 2 centers. This time he went around the center first.
And now he's going
playing
over to the
wing.
wings.
Dealer's choice.
Yeah.
You like to have one in the wing just so if everything goes poorly in the center, you still have that one counting.
Seems like a lot of weight.
It's going to curl a mile. Just weight only. Line's okay.
Looked like a lot, but I guess it didn't.
Got to be T.
And you want this back. Want this back. Want this way back. That's a good shot.
That'll work. It's a long roll with a 9.
I just like dumped the fucking. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's why I said it's gonna curl.
It did definitely curl, Ryan. Thank you.
It definitely curled.
It definitely curled. Again, we got the live mics. You're going to have some hot situations. This is straight draw, back 4 foot.
Saying this one's coming down a bit. Top 12, I think. There.
It's open.
It is open, but I think you might see them play the.
Peel's not bad.
I peel. Peel all day
I
long.
think it's Peel all day. Outturn Peel. Should run really straight here. Heavy clean. Straight Peel.
Straight peel. So again, that he's Purcell and looking to try to get into the playoffs. I'm not sure who you face. He might face the man sitting next to you.
Are you in the
waiting-
playoffs?
Sam's waiting for people in the semis. He's in the semis. He doesn't play till tomorrow. So
What's the plan tonight, Sam? More coffee? Maybe have a beer.
see, Team Sam Moberg goes 4-0 in their pool, and Team Young and Team Trombley all 4-0, but Tremblay didn't get the bye to the semis, so he has to play tonight in the quarterfinals, looking for the other contenders. Team Steele is in, and we're looking for two more people to make two more men's teams to make the playoffs.
Colton Steele, what a weekend. That rink has played very well.
Played well in one game. That he had to go to a wedding, and Paul Dexter filled in for him, and had a bit of a runaway game.
There you go. So that doesn't get to center line, and the tight guard is available.
He can. Yeah, he plays across the face of that other red one. You lose both reds, and
Two's on.
two's on. Oh, didn't had to hit that
Even thinner.
thinner, yeah.
Don't know if you could have gone the other way, thick, across the top of the yellow. I don't think that would have worked either. Tough shot.
Hey, that,
Not quite out as far as his first for Kalen.
do you, or the,
Question is, how close between those two yellows can it get?
Then they have an angle run.
it's like a,
Tick off of this.
No, it's about as good as he could do, I think. 4-2.
Force is probably ideal.
this is not really a great.
Update on sheet number 2. Champs steals 2. Tough.
This, he can't access.
Kayla McIsaac had a really tough shot and to score. So
They're going to be up,
guess
what,
we're
4-2?
4-2 now. Yeah.
And then we're going to keep an eye on Kendall Thompson and Corey Shue over there as well. I think there's one to come.
Yeah.
2 to come, actually.
I think down to Shoes last rock. Yeah. Thompson is the hammer.
So I think this is the hit and roll off the wide one. A little conservative. Like, you could have played straight draw to the back 4 foot, but this is making sure you don't give up a 2 here.
Yeah. Smith doesn't want to give up a deuce.
Just probably a force if you, even if you make it, it's probably a force. Yeah.
And have some score updates on the other sheets. Following along.
Scott Zachary looking to get low side of this wide red and roll in towards the center to sit to.
I have to go hard on this.
Score is as of the end of the fifth.
Yep. Looks fine now.
Okay, good shot. Good.
It's close.
So I think he might be lying too.
That looks really nice for Greg Smith.
So Chris Ford being asked to hit and roll. Whether or not it's that shot or not, I think you got to go for it.
But Thompson is at 1 loss. So it's a must win, and they have before the draw, they had the second best.
So, as Chris Ford delivers here, we'll take a second to remind you that silent auction is on. Many great items. We have curling lessons. We have swag. We have this lovely duck. Thelma the duck over here on the silent auction. We have
So
free oyster.
wide here. This rock, sorry.
No, good call. But that's not going to help.
No.
No, it does help. Free oysters.
Free oysters do help.
Someone get Greg an oyster. Run it out to him. The oysters, She Nova's starting in about 2 hours. There's food upstairs, the chowder, bar specials. We got $6 Gahan beer. Admission is free, folks.
It's a whole lot of rocks in play down in Sheet 4. And Kendall Thompson's thrown his last. I'm not sure. We'll keep you posted as to what happens there.
Oh, this is likes.
Oh, sets up a double though.
It does set up a double. Rolled a little too
Might be
far.
the force could be on here.
Just a hair high.
A 9, and it's just 7/8 high.
7/8.
3/4 still makes it. With the 9. 9, I think it's fine.
Chris Ford, formerly of Team Andrew Simmons. Another
Sorry?
great. Chris Ford used to play with Andrew Simmons, isn't it? Am I misremembering that?
With who?
Andrew Simmons.
Oh, he may have.
Yeah, I think so.
So we got a deuce over on Sheet 4. So Kendall Thompson takes a
6-4.
6-4 lead.
And Team Champ up 4-2 on McIsaac. Both playing in 7. No. Champ McIsaac in 7. Shu Thompson playing home in 8.
This one's really curling. Needs to go hard on it.
Doesn't look like a 9.
Didn't make the double, but
Kind of got it going.
There you go. Did throw a 9, but just got it going a bit.
We're okay with that, right? Yeah, I like that ice. Just talk like probably.
Opportunity for Luke to sit 2 buried.
if he can get it back, this is. I think you're going to see.
Chance of a 3.
You're going to see Greg Smith run the red back onto the yellow.
Yeah.
Something to use, but
So the placement of this number 2 yellow is important. I think you want to come way back.
I like way back.
I like back 8.
Like the B unestablished.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all because you can't freeze to it.
No.
And it takes away, like, if he runs that red and probably no chance of the double.
No.
He could also just. He could come there.
It's not terrible.
same here. I'm trying to figure out how to not. Yeah, it's hard to get there though. How do you get there? Wide. And it's just like if you go here, then he does this. So like, it's not like the end of the world.
If you could get right where Luke has the broom.
Yeah, you're right.
That's an interesting spot, like on the A of Halifax. Half buried.
This is gonna guarantee.
I think they went with your spot, Hugh. Just draw the button.
Yeah, this is. You don't want to face 3 on your last.
You can't be a half stone open, though, because then Greg flips under, and what do you do?
Well, you don't even mind giving up
The steal's fine.
Steal of 1 is fine.
Steal of 1 is fine.
But if you have to face 3, you could give up steal of 3. And that's not fine.
That's not good.
No. So you want to get it deep enough so that there's no double on the reds or on the yellows, and you don't want to give up a single, but you would if you had to.
Tied with isn't a bad spot to be.
No, that's right.
Luke Saunders with his first in end number 7.
Heavy. Well then, heavy. we can wait.
This one needs to grind a bit.
Okay, we're going back 8. We're going back 8. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, it's not number 2.
So
Really want it to be number 2.
needed to sit 2 here. So you won't be facing 3, but
No,
Greg has
but,
this little short angle run to sit.
No, he's not going to. Well, even if you play that, you're going to be. Greg's only going to be sitting 1.
That's true. This
So I
draw is
think,
only for 1, though.
Well, I think this shot, if he can plunk it around, Greg's going for the steal.
Yeah, like side. Basically right behind the red on the center line. Or as much as you can do that. So you've just seen Luke play this.
We don't really want to play the hit and roll behind the corner because you're still playing the whole team.
Top 8 right now. Top 8 right now. Real wide, real wide. Yep.
Should finish hard.
Top 8 needs to go a couple extra feet here. Need to keep it moving.
Yeah, T-line.
Need this one to finish.
That'll be half open.
Half open. He should be able to. He should be able to play like a back 8 weight and.
Just tap it out for 2.
I'd like to see you take a lot of ice on this, I think. You also...
So that's how that important that back yellow one was. You know, if that didn't sink back and to be number 3, he would have had an easier shot for 2.
Yeah.
Now he needs to keep his shooter for his deuce.
Yeah.
Back 8, back 12 is probably all you need here.
Yeah, you know, they could have been a foot deeper. They could have really started carving this a little earlier to get it buried. I mean, it's only about a
well, they were going hard on
third,
it.
thin
So
half.
The wider path, they got to get around a wide guard. Straight. It'll take the curl eventually.
just watch the center line, Scotty. You got to get it to the center line eventually, but not right away.
Just make it good.
Just make it.
Just make it good. It's that easy. Luke Saunders with hammer in N7. Looking to throw back 8, tap for the deuce.
It's got to curl hard now. It's got to curl hard.
Close.
It's got to curl hard. It's a steal, a 1 by
Just
Team Smith.
didn't come up. And so that will be a 3-3 tie. Team Purcell with hammer coming home in 8.
Nothing is as exquisite as the enchanting crimson and golden tapestry of fall. When revving your Subaru with symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. Fall for Subaru at your local Subaru dealer today.
So here we are. End 8. It'll be Purcell with hammer. Carter Small of Team Smith starting us off. Smith stealing 1 in N7 is going to need another steal here to win this game.
He had a chance there to get a deuce and just didn't have the weight there, and a little bit of miscommunication. Ryan couldn't hear Scott. There was a lot of yelling going on at the same time on the other sheets, and so Ryan couldn't hear what Scott was saying.
It does get loud out
does
there.
that get to the center? It does get to the center line.
Just enough to be to be in the no-tick zone.
That's really important because I think you'd see Ryan play the tick if
Absolutely.
it was slightly off.
Just to finish that last thought, it does get loud out there.
It
You know,
does.
you got only 3 sheets right now, but with the intensity, you're gonna have a lot. It's gonna be hard to know, hard to hear, for sure.
Line's good.
Line's great, Scott. Full 4.
Very.
Line's Scott.
Good, everyone.
That shot started.
Don't want to leave this high.
That was a good sweep. I think you're starting to see the side effects of only having 3 players. And
You see the whole team get involved in that. Ryan popping up and helping. Luke coming out and helping because Scott's been putting in a shift.
so Purcell will be on the plane now. His flight took off about 45 minutes ago. So
Right.
Do you think he paid for the online?
I think Owen would be interested in the result.
Yeah,
I think
he
he'd want to
He
watch.
might wait.
Watch the replay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not the right
That's
spot.
not a good spot.
No.
Let's set up a relatively easy peel once they can get there on the next one. Can't do it now, but
Yeah.
you could technically play the tick on the top one, but you're likely going to hit that back one.
This side. I don't know if that makes a jam possibility, or I guess it doesn't really matter.
You have to play the intern tick. He ever moved the back red. Both are going back. So
If you could just bite the rings on the far side, that might be okay.
play to the wing. Yeah.
Yeah. So that your last one you don't need to save, and you'll have the
Exactly.
biter for a score. But
Yeah. On sheet 4 in 8, Shu looking to set up a multiple, but there's a lot of reds in play. Some junk out front though, so you know,
3
there may
red
be
ones and 3 red ones in the rings. So lots of corner guards, and we're down to the thirds first stone.
Come on, Luke. Hey!
Looking for that to come way back.
would like to see what, another foot over and a foot deeper.
So Greg Smith looking for a 1, meaning just over the hog line, center line guard. Lot more difficult than one would think.
It is a very tough shot to throw.
So giving you a play-by-play on Steve. I was going to say Stephen Thompson. He's the dad of Kendall and Stewart, but
Hearing that this is about a 2, I'm going to group these stones even more. Add another stone to this group.
peanut butter and jam.
One of the better lines.
So looking over in sheet 4, we'll give you some play-by-play on that. Shu hit 2 of the red stones out, but
It might, like,
right out
it
front,
might
there's
do
not
that.
buried, and so Kendall's just looking for the hit and flop in front of his other red, and so Shu, the best he could do is tie. But he'll have to contend with those. If Kendall makes this shot, he'll have to contend with those 2 reds.
I think like a quarter to a third.
I think you could lose 2 of these. You're not going to lose all 3 of these red
No.
ones. You'll get rid of a couple of them.
Just throw it hard and hit it like thin half.
Throw it nuclear.
Throw it nuclear, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what nuclear means, but I think it's going to be moving pretty good here, Hugh.
Should be able to back this up.
Ryan Abraham here, now able to peel, looking to get some reds moving and clear the front.
I don't know if he's going to get rid of more than. He only gets rid of 1 of them. Needed to hit that on the inside, and still 2 center line guards up there, but should be able to get those next. I think I'd play another guard.
My opinion is that a 1 guard is still going to leave all agree. So my opinion now is here.
And if you're the skip, your opinion matters.
That's Craig. Your opinion is the most important.
This.
Nuclear was 5.25.
What's it?
Yeah,
I don't
pretty
think,
nuclear.
like, I just think it's going to be queued up for all three of them to go. There's almost nowhere that's good. Like, you'd have to be just over, and if you hog it, it's game. This is fine. This is fine. We're here. I'd lean more this way.
Did you play that route? Like you can see.
Let's start three.
Again, back to my, there's an out of the hack, they can see
Good conversation there, trying to get everyone on the same page. I agree that if you throw it on the high side, there's probably a triple. If you hog it, it's not good. Whereas anywhere in behind will leave a guard and you can throw another one. This might be the one.
Gotta go.
Well, now
I think you can get all of them now.
I don't actually know.
You don't think? You probably the red comes back on that yellow though.
Yeah, if you make all three, it's coming straight back.
Yeah, but want to look at it, Ryan? I don't think it does.
Well, you don't think it does.
Down 2. Double for 2.
You're certainly losing your shooter.
So over on sheet 4, just a quick update. Corey Shue lists a little light on his shot, so he's sitting number 3, and Kendall's trying to draw him for 3, and I'm not sure there would be a way to get rid of all the red stones. And
So not looking good for Manuel. Newfoundland not doing enough for him right now.
well, there's still this game going on.
Jam and roll to the side, which is completely fine. Straight. I can back it out.
Straight! Straight! Back it up! 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 Back it up!
Get out of there.
It's not a bad shot. That's pretty good.
That is
And
pretty
gets
good.
rid of that. A great shot by Scott Zachary.
4 with a star.
So now we're going to peel, and I think you'll have Greg trying to draw behind that corner guard. He can probably bite the 4, bite the 8. He definitely can bite the 8, full 8.
Yeah.
He'd be buried. Corey Shue is over on sheet 4, going to have a miracle shot. He needs to drive his yellow onto a red stone, come off of that, and then make a double.
Super thin.
But it's I can't see all the way over there.
Brother Kelly Shue does not seem to be
No, he's kind of
confident.
laughing. So
Curl.
This is basically miss the yellow and hope.
I would curl.
Halfway to high guard, all the way to the tight position.
and he takes the yellow out, takes the red out, but there's still 2 red left over. So Team Kendall Thompson will make the playoffs with that win, with a final of 8-4 over Corey Shue from Newfoundland.
Over on our sheet, you have Scott throwing another peel. Might be able to get both reds here and really just kind of kill the game. No, straight peel.
Almost had the other. So we're down to 1 spot remaining for the playoffs, and it's either going to be Team Purcell, Team Manuel. Purcell
Okay.
wins, he's in. Purcell loses, Manuel's in.
Gotcha.
And they're only going to have a short break. You're right. They play again at
8:15.
8:15.
8:15. We commentate again at 8:15.
We do at 8:15. We'll be back.
Tougher on us too.
I've been here. We've been here all day.
I've been here.
It feels like it's about 11 o'clock.
It does. That's okay. There's one more game in me, and then I'll go home and sleep.
Till tomorrow.
Then there's 2 more. I do want an oyster. I think it's about time for an oyster, Hugh.
I'm not an oyster fan.
You're not an oyster guy?
No. I'd love seafood, but oyster's not one of them.
All right.
You can have mine.
Okay. Good enough.
Good shot by Scott Zachary. Down to Skip Rocks here in a tie. A 3-3 game. I think it's 3-3. Or is it? Yep.
It is in fact.
A 3-3 tie game.
So, in
4
addition to
rocks to
those
go.
oysters, we got Celtic Tunes starting at 8:30 from She Nova. We got bar specials from Gahan and Colliding Tides. We got the silent auction going on until tomorrow morning. We have semifinal brunch tomorrow. We got all sorts of good stuff happening at the Halifax Curling
Did you bid
Club.
on anything yet?
I've not bid on anything.
Oh.
But that's going to have to happen pretty soon because I want to get Doyle those lessons. Now that he said he doesn't need them, I think it should happen.
Yeah. You might want to buy all 3. I think Team McNutt's given some lessons as well.
Ooh. Whole session?
All session.
Let me get Sam, can you give us a lesson? Yeah? Okay. A free one.
It'd have to be tomorrow.
It'll have to be tomorrow. All right. Might not be a ton. We got tomorrow night.
And this one's way deep, is it not?
It's got to stop.
That is not the shot they wanted there. It'll be shot rock, but
just barely.
But you're going to see.
Peel?
I think you got to peel.
I think you peel. It's kind of you never want to jam and roll it in. Just to conclude the last thought,
You could draw to the wide open 4-foot.
That's true.
And he's got to play it.
He has to hit. Has to roll to a good spot.
And it gives you 2 chances of playing your draw. You'll know your draw weight.
Yeah. I do think Peel's the call.
Sam, what are you playing? He's a 4. This man's 4-0.
This man's playing in the semifinals tomorrow morning. Intern Peel? Yep. Sam likes the intern Peel. Get rid of anything that helps Greg out front. Jam and roll it in, yeah. That's why I'm behind the glass, my man.
He'll hit. Right on the G is pretty good.
Alan, you're 100% curler. 80% when you're behind the glass and 20% when you're actually on the ice.
The fact that I'm 100% curler is being generous. I don't really like coming in behind the red.
Yeah.
No. Even if you're on the G of curling, Greg can then half tuck side 4-foot.
This is an interesting shot. Not the one any of us on this side of the glass would play, but
no.
Hey, he's the guy out there throwing. He knows the feel. We don't.
Yep.
And, whatever makes you comfortable. That's the key thing when you're skip. You gotta be confident in the shot you're throwing, and this is one that Luke likes. And
you gotta make it really good.
you gotta make it really good. Yeah, you can't afford to be like.
Can't be light. Can't be heavy.
If he's buried and Greg comes and freezes on him and shot, he's got to play it or draw it at the 4-foot.
Exactly.
Whoa then.
Tee's heavy.
Room. Only if you have to, Scott. Only if you have to. Always curl. Always curl. Hard curl. Hard right to my broom. Hard, keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Well, he put it exactly where he wanted it.
That's
so
yeah. And you can't really get around it. Can't corner freeze it. Can't get around it. Made it good. Ryan Abraham agrees with you.
it's actually a pretty good spot. So that's why he's out there and we're in here.
We're back
We'll,
here. Yep. I mean, we would have called that, Hugh.
No,
we would have called Peel. We would have been peeling that on a Wednesday night.
Oh, we wouldn't be making it to the 8th end.
Well, not against these teams.
No.
Back
for what's he playing?
Back for 3/4 tuck. Bury as much as you can and be shot.
Do you like the hit or you like the draw?
Two ways you can go. We're talking about the out turn.
Yeah.
So you hear Caleb explaining that you're not going to go.
That yellow's open enough that even if you make this good, there is a short run, like a hack weight, sort of board weight.
You don't want to bury the whole thing. If you can bury half of it,
Bury half for Greg
you got
is perfect.
that yellow one in your line of sight.
That's
and,
true.
I think the red yellow might
Yep, right where that broom is.
But the real question is Owen watching this, or is he sleeping on the plane?
You know what, Owen? If you're watching, let us know on the stream,
Or
buddy.
Christina, if you're on the plane with him, give Owen a whack to see if he's watching the game.
No, Owen hasn't let us know. We don't know. Owen's probably asleep.
This is a straight draw. He's trying to come around, bury at least half of it around that yellow.
Needs to be shot here.
Pull back 4.
Yeah, they were
Needs to be back 4.
Pull back 4.
Guys seem
Close.
to be close.
4, you gotta curl soon. Curl!
Pull back 4.
You gotta help him. Gotta go.
It's pretty good.
Dandy shot.
That's pretty darn good for
That
Greg
is
Smith.
a really good shot by Greg Smith. I don't think he could have placed it any better.
Nope. And so Luke looking at the draw, not even going to fool around with it.
No, the draw's the shot. He just threw the draw.
He just threw the draw.
The same ice? Okay. He just took there. But
Wow. Looking at it from here, it's even better. Looking at it this from the other end of the sheet like this, wow.
I think he could take a little more ice, doesn't he?
And Greg just took mid 8 foot, no?
like something in the middle, kind of like there.
Can play a regular draw at this.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Do it.
Now, if I'm them, I'm just going to wait and make sure that the other team's not throwing it, so there's no miscommunication here.
Take your time. Yeah.
Relax and
Go get an oyster.
so makes the draw to the 4 foot. They're in the playoffs. Doesn't? Team Manual's in the playoffs.
Manuel upstairs, probably right behind the glass. Keeping a keen eye on this.
They're going to buy a bottle of Screech if they get the win.
Oof. You got to play in an hour if they win.
That's true. So maybe later. Something similar to what he just threw.
But 1 foot more weight. Scott, head down right away.
You stay on that side. Okay. Straight draw. Wait.
Heads down.
Did he oversweep this one? Is this warm?
Doesn't look light.
Looks like a pretty good shot.
Just
Good
enough.
shot by Luke Saunders, and they'll go into the playoffs. Great game with Greg Smith, and our field is set for the playoffs. Join us here at 8:15. We'll have the women's and the men's quarterfinals.
Hugh, thanks for that. That was a ton of fun. Always like calling these games with you. And for those of you listening at home, appreciate you joining us. Got up to 250 on the stream.
Nice.
Yeah, good viewership. So thank you again for tuning in. It's time for the East Coast party.
Time for these perks.
The oysters are upstairs. The band starts shortly. The next draw is on in an hour and 15 minutes. We hope you can come down to the Halifax Curling Club and join us.
We'll see you again at 8:15.
See you again at 8:15.
Nothing is as exquisite as the enchanting crimson and golden tapestry of fall. When revving your Subaru with symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive. Fall for Subaru at your local Subaru dealer today.
Hey, curling fans, I'm standing here in front of Sheet Stew here at the High Park Club, and I just want to let you know that I'm so excited to sponsor the sport of curling, to help curling out. So you can go to stewcurls.com, see all my events, see the Stew Sell series, but you know what? I also sell real estate as well. So you need to buy a house, list a house, condo, rental, business. Look, give me Stu a call.